If you want to become a financially independent woman, you have to stop thinking about money as just numbers. Money is extremely emotional, and unless you understand how your psychology is controlling your bank account, your financial life will never change. So today we are diving into financial independence from a perspective that a lot of people don't talk about: financial feminism, money shame, the emotional side of wealth, and why so many brilliant women like you, ambitious ones, beautiful ones, struggle with the same patterns even they are successful in other areas of their life. And here's the truth: learning how money works is only half of the equation. Understanding how you work around money is the part no one teaches us. As women, we are expected to be financially capable, confident, educated, and responsible, but yet we're never taught any of this. Like, little girls never get to talk about money like boys. We don't have clubs about that. And then when we struggle, society shames us for not magically being good with money. Your financial independence is not just a strategy. That's why it's so much about emotional unlearning. It is psychological rewiring. It is liberation from narratives designed to shrink you. So let's dive into my favorite topic. The first thing you need to remember is that money is psychological, and no one tells women this. Money is extremely emotional. It is energetic. Your energy. Money is deeply psychological, and I will repeat it again because it is the foundation of everything. Money is psychological. Every financial decision you make, from saving, spending, investing, avoiding, earning, everything is influenced by how you feel in the moment. If you feel unworthy, you undersell yourself. If you feel shame, you hide from your bank account. If you feel scared, you avoid learning about investing. If you feel guilty, you shrink your desires. Women don't struggle because they are irresponsible. They struggle financially because their money emotions are unprocessed. You're not aware of them. You don't understand them. And here's the most important part: women are more likely to experience shame around money because of cultural expectations placed on us that men simply don't carry. The second thing that I want you to remember is that emotions get weaponized against women. Society has made women feel in a certain way. For example, you're ungrateful for asking for a raise, or you are irresponsible for spending money on comfort or beauty. You're too much for wanting wealth. You're greedy for wanting financial freedom, or you're naive to want to invest. So women are punished for seeking more emotionally, socially, professionally as well. Our emotions have been weaponized. And unfortunately, predatory companies target women because they know many of us were never taught the basics. Stock market knowledge is gate kept in the boys' clubs, the golf courses, the whiskey bars, the cigar bars. Men grow up learning about money through each other. Women grow up learning to be polite, modest, and to be feminine, as if that's the only thing we have to be. The system does not include us, and then it shames us for not understanding it. Do you see the problem with this? The shame loop keeps women broke. It's one of the biggest issues. So let's talk about shame. The most powerful emotional block around money is shame. And shame whispers, I'm not enough, I'm too much, I should know this already, I've had this. If I ask questions, I will look stupid. I've also had this. If I admit I want health, I will be judged. And the thing is, you will be. Society is judging women for that. Shame convinces women to shrink, to hide, to stay silent, to avoid asking questions, to pretend they're fine, to minimize their desires. And we have to know that we shouldn't obey this. Shame demands perfection and conformity. It tells you not to learn because you should already know. It tells you not to speak because you might embarrass yourself. And it traps you in constant comparison. This is so toxic. It keeps you small so you don't disrupt the status quo. And here's the really dangerous part. Shame disconnects you from wealth. Women don't avoid money because they're careless. They avoid making a lot of money and having money conversations because shame tells them they are unworthy, behind, or incapable. This is programming. And so, how can we prevent these old money habits? I've coached thousands and thousands of women, and I've seen the same pattern repeatedly. You learn how to budget, you start investing, you build savings, you feel empowered, then something emotional happens, and boom, you overspend, or you shut down, or you avoid your accountants, you go into analysis paralysis, you start sabotaging the business, you drop the launch, you're so close to the million, but you chicken out and you fall back into the old patterns. It happens all the time. And it happens because the strategy wasn't the problem. It was your shame. It was your emotional state and the emotional triggers that you experienced. Your unresolved beliefs around money were one of the issues. You cannot out-budget, out-invest, or out-strategize emotional wounds that you have. Financial freedom requires emotional freedom. And for women, this is so important. Which brings me to the patriarchal narratives that keep women uneducated. This is a big problem. I speak about this in my book, The Future of Business is Female. Here's what keeps women stuck big time. The narrative that women shouldn't talk about money. The other narrative that your net worth is your self-worth, and the narrative that good women don't pursue wealth. Oh, I hate that. There's another narrative. Rich women are greedy, selfish, or too masculine. That's another thing I hate. Or you are irresponsible for wanting more and you're too greedy. You should be grateful with what you have. So all these narratives sabotage women before they even start. And what makes it worse is that the financial world has historically excluded us. Women couldn't get credit card a loan until 1974, and in some countries they still cannot. Women couldn't get a business loan without a man until the late 1980s. Still in some countries they cannot. So men control investing conversations, building wealth decisions. So when women say, I don't understand money, the world responds with shame on you instead of education. But we're changing this. In fact, we're changing it right now. And of course, the system was designed without us in mind. So it's really important for us to change that. So what is the antidote to shame and the key to financial independence? According to one of my favorite authors, Brené Brown, the antidote to shame is vulnerability. So Not hiding anymore, not pretending that everything is okay, fake it until you make it, not more perfection, not more I should know this, not more shrinking, but it is all about saying this. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to be a beginner. I'm willing to ask questions. And maybe some people might think that these are stupid questions. So what that they think that? I'm willing to feel uncomfortable. I'm willing to outgrow what I was taught. So vulnerability is power. Money mastery requires emotional courage when you allow yourself to learn, fail, adjust, ask questions, and get support. And just be human. This is how you break the shame loop forever. You open the door to wealth like that. So, what can a financially independent woman do? What is she embodying? How does she look like? How does she carry herself in life? This woman is emotionally aware. She knows money is energy. It is your energy, not the money energy itself, your energy. She sees shame as a message and not as a verdict, and she builds self-trust. She educates herself without apologizing, and she openly talks about money. She invests even when she feels scared, and she surrounds herself with other women who are about money and growth. And she chooses knowledge over shame. She chooses curiosity over embarrassment. She chooses empowerment over avoidance. Financial independence is not just numbers and having money in the bank. It is your self-worth. It is emotional mastery. It is you choosing real freedom. If this resonated with you, please comment below and tell me which money beliefs or emotional patterns you want to release first. Let's commit to that. Let's be accountable. I read every single comment, so I will get back to you. And before you go, if you want to be a part of a community with other ambitious women who are working on their wealth, they are leading, they are investing, they're working on their emotional growth, and you can join my free community. I do a lot of free trainings inside. I chat with the community members. We hang around like girls. The link will be somewhere below. You can grab it there.